You know what I like most about you, Oz? You are who you are. You couldn't change if you tried.
The first episode of The Penguin is out now. The new streaming series picks up right after the ending of Matt Reeves' The Batman. Featuring Oz Cobblepot, the show follows his rise to power in the Gotham underworld as he attempts to fill the vacuum left after the death of Roman Falcone. Starring Colin Farrell as the titular crime lord, the first episode of The Penguin builds on the plot threads first set up in the 2022 film. Join Screen Rant as we delve into the opening chapter of this new work from DC and HBO. The Batman climaxed with the Riddler's ultimate plan flooding Gotham streets. By blowing up the seawall, he forced a large crowd to seek shelter in the city's stadium. Celebrating an historic election, the refugees are targeted by a group of Riddler's internet disciples. They nearly caused a massacre. However, the Batman and Catwoman intervene, and with Jim Gordon's help, they manage to prevent the terrorist attack. Batman himself became a true hero to the city for his tireless work in helping victims of the flood seek safety over the next 24 hours. At the start of The Penguin, Gotham is still in the middle of recovering from the attack. The streets are still damaged, and the city is still in relative chaos. It's been 1 week since the attack, and as Batman said in his closing narration, martial law is in effect and rioting and looting have run rampant all over Gotham.
But the criminal element never sleeps. Looting and lawlessness will be rampant.
The Penguin also established that this has led to a severe shortage of illegal narcotics. This means that whoever controls new shipments of drugs controls Gotham streets. Something Penguin knows. This is why the first step in his plan is to take over the drug trade. The end of the first episode also has a scene set at a FEMA distribution center, which are set up across the city, showing that emergency services are still struggling to help refugees. Even the new character Victor is said to have lost his own home and possibly members of his family. The Batman also focused on the battle with Gotham's underworld. The film introduced us to Carmine Falcone, played by John Turturro. Carmine was one of the single most powerful people in the city, as he was at the head of the most powerful crime family around. It was also revealed that he was the biological father of Selina Kyle, who had plans to assassinate Carmine. However, Batman changed her mind and arrests Carmine. That didn't last long, as the Riddler sniped Falcone as he exited the building, killing him. With Falcone gone, Gotham's largest crime family is left without a leader. This means that there is a vacuum to be filled. The first episode introduces us to the players. Firstly, there's the Penguin himself, Oz Cobblepot. He was a capo in the family, working directly under Falcone. However, there are a few people in his way. Alberto Falcone is Carmine's son and the heir apparent. However, Alberto is a drug addict and deeply unqualified. This, coupled with the way he taunts Penguin, leads to him being put out of the game pretty quickly. However, this leaves Sofia Falcone in a better position to take everything. According to the first episode, Sofia had recently been released from Arkham, and her presence alone leaves Cobblepot near speechless. She suspects him of killing her brother, a suspicion she acts on by the end of the episode. There is also Salvatore Maroni. Maroni was a feared crime boss of his own, played by legendary actor Clancy Brown. Maroni is now a direct threat to Penguin's plans to seize power, as well as the organization as a whole. However, he is currently locked up at Blackgate Prison. Penguin decides to make a double-crossing deal with Maroni against his own crime family.
But he's dead. And I'm here now. And I'm offering you the opportunity of a lifetime in this first hit.
However, this is part of a larger plan to throw suspicion for Alberto's death off Oz. This sets up an open war between the Maronis and the Falcone family. Of course, the Falcone crime family isn't the only game in Gotham. The Odessa family is also attacking street-level dealers and enforcers in the Falcone family. The police are also getting closer to discovering the drug operation. The current heads of the family want Penguin to shut down his operation. This leads Oswald to try and gamble on a new drug that's about to hit the streets. The Batman ended with the election of a new mayor of Gotham. However, it looks like she will still have a lot of work in trying to weed corruption out of the city. Oswald and the Falcone still have a lot of dirt on a corrupt district attorney, as well as judges, cops, and other city officials. Not much is revealed about the condition of newly elected mayor Bella Real, but at the climax of The Batman, she was shot by one of the Riddler's followers. However, it appeared non-fatal. It looks like a week later she is still recovering, as she is absent from the news of Gotham's rebuilding. Since the Penguin is focused on Oz Cobblepot and his attempts to acquire more power within the criminal underworld, it leaves some questions unanswered. We don't see any sign of Gordon, Selina, or Batman himself. Selina Kyle stated at the end of The Batman that she was going to find a new home in Bloodhaven. Gordon is undoubtedly leading the police effort, and Batman himself said he needed to focus on the rampant open crime. With these key players distracted, Penguin is free to make moves against the powerful members of Gotham's underworld. In fact, very little is seen of a police presence in the city, so much so that Oz is free to move a dead body across the city to a junkyard. However, this may be short-lived in the series, as even the Falcones are worried that the police are circling their whole operation. Series creator Matt Reeves has said that Robert Pattinson's Batman will not appear in the show. This means that Oz doesn't have to worry yet about gaining power, only for the Dark Knight to throw him in Arkham. Another huge element that may feature in the Penguin is the collapse of the old crime structures in favor of the new order. At the start of The Batman, the mob and the Falcone family are the top dogs in the criminal world of Gotham. However, with both the Joker and now the Riddler threatening Gotham, the old way is quickly fading.
Daddy is dead, and we are untamed.
The death of both Carmine and now Alberto will only accelerate this. The Penguin is taking inspiration from the classic Batman comics The Long Halloween and Dark Victory. Those two comics chronicle how Gotham changed from a land of gangsters and organized crime into one of supervillains. HBO's The Penguin is continuing this. Sophia Falcone and Salvatore Maroni are the last scions of their respective families. With a war brewing between them, this could leave both families destroyed and allow a new order of crime to emerge. This could also lead directly into The Batman 2, and whatever villain ends up threatening the Dark Knight in that film. New character Victor Aguilar may be destined to be a supervillain himself, if he survives the series. Oz Cobb may also start to lean into the theatricality of his comic book counterpart. He is already driving a purple and gold custom sports car, and even has hints of purple in his suit vest. He could end up taking a cue from both Batman and the Riddler, and we may even see him put on a purple top hat by the end of the show, though that may be a step too far for a character as serious and grounded as Oz Cobb. The first episode of The Penguin was a gritty look at the workings of Gotham's criminal underworld. While it continues certain plot elements from the Batman, it leaves others untouched. The crime families of Gotham have a lot of trouble ahead between an open mob war and Oz's own machinations. This series is set for an 8-episode run, and may not only serve as a story about the Penguin's rise to power, but also may set up future plot threads for the next Batman film. This show is giving us a closer look at the Penguin as well, introducing us to his mother as well as his past. We also now know that he's a big fan of Dolly Parton. So that's the first episode of The Penguin and how it follows on from the ending of The Batman. In the meantime, we will stay tuned for new episodes, and you can follow along with us as the new HBO limited series releases. Thanks for watching Screen Rant, and stay tuned for more DC news.